Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and this is going to be a look at a new knife. This is the CRKT Graphite, a Glenn Klecker design, and I've actually been carrying this knife for the past 3 weeks as my main EDC knife. And I was pretty excited to receive this knife just because, as you guys can see here, I own another one of Glenn's design. This is the NERC 2 by CRKT as well. And this knife has actually been one of those knives that I always keep going back to, just because I really love the design, the way it carries, the way it feels in the hand, and obviously, it's a really interesting look to the knife itself. A lot of people always ask to see it when I pull it out to use it. So I wanted to see how this compared to it, and for the most part, it's pretty much the same. Obviously the handle design is very similar to it as far as how the lock works and how you're able to see all the workings of the knife itself. This is a stainless steel handle with G10 overlays on both sides, and the G10 overlays actually gives you a little bit of extra grip and traction when you're holding on to the blade itself. Now on the opposite side, you have a very deep right pocket clip, and now this is a right hand tip down carry blade, so that's something to note. Now I prefer tip up carry, but I think that because of how deep this knife rides in the pocket, and the fact that you do have a manual flipper or dual thumb studs to deploy the blade, I can easily get over the fact that it is a tip down carry. Now the flipper right here, it's pretty nice. It comes out far enough to where your finger's going to find it all the time, and it is fairly thick, so you're not going to have to worry about your finger sliding off of it or anything like that. Once your finger finds it, you flip it, and the blade comes out really nice, locks up really nice, really solid, no blade play whatsoever. Speaking of the lock, this is the Klecker lock, which is a type of back lock, and as you guys can see, it's basically integrated into the handle itself, so that definitely adds to the look of the knife itself. Once the blade is deployed, you're able to see right through the blade, so it gives it a really cool 3D effect. On the top, you also have a nice flow-through design, so it makes it really easy to go ahead and clean it if you get some lint or anything like that. And then on the back, you do have a sizable lanyard hole if you want to go ahead and attach a lanyard to it. The blade itself is 8CR13 MOV, the steel, and this is what CRKT is calling a spay point as far as the design of the blade itself. I would say it looks kind of like a sheepfoot blade, but maybe with a little bit more of an upswept design to it. It is satin finish and hollow ground, and I really like what they did with the design up here. Also, you have this swedge, and then it kind of thickens up in the front right here. Now this is unfortunately not a knife that is going to be, that is going to excel at actually piercing. But it's going to do really good as far as cutting, chopping, and things like that. So in regular everyday tasks, it's definitely going to be a great user for that. The in hand, I find it to be fairly comfortable. I've been seeing a lot of reviews. People are saying that because of the way that the handle is designed, you might have certain sore spots. Now, in my opinion, just for everyday usage, opening up boxes, mail, cutting paracord, just the regular things that you're going to use a knife for on a regular basis, I think it does pretty well. I'm not sure how it would perform on heavier tasks, but again, that's just dependent on what you're going to be doing with the knife itself. The knife comes in at 4.4 ounces, and you do have a 3.06-inch blade. Now, I wanted to go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison of these two, so you guys can see as far as size goes. They are very similar, but obviously with the G10 on this one, you can see that the width of the handles with the G10 overlay is a little bit wider. So, it definitely does fill up the hand a little bit more, but for the most part, they are both, really comfortable in the hand, in my opinion. So again, this is the CRKT Graphite, a Glenn Klecker design, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.